Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you watch this channel. Now, the governor of Nyeri County advised William Samoei Ruto on something because Ruto has hinted at forming a broad government.
Mwisho kabisa, si mimi nimefungua ukurasa mpya. Sasa mimi nitapanga kabisa. Hii serikali iko hapa mbele. Muniombe. Ndio nipange kabisa nipate wafanyikazi.
I think you are aware about that. A broad government. So in the wake of that realization, MUTAHI KIHIGA has realized that Ruto might sideline Rigathi Gachagua and appoint cabinet secretaries on his own. That is why MUTAHI KIHIGA is telling William Ruto something here. I want to listen to this part where MUTAHI KIHIGA seems to be telling William Ruto the decision he makes now, he should be looking at 2027. So just watch this part.
I have a request to make to my president and to remind him that as he does this, he must never let 2027 out of his sights. He will need a re-election, and therefore, as he crafts his own new cabinet, number one, I humbly request him to bring in the deputy president and let them sit together and craft even a better cabinet, because the regions that voted overwhelmingly for him will be looking to see how he treats them.
Very well, ladies and gentlemen. There is something that part leads us to. Do you think this is a threat? I mean, that just do whatever you want to do, but not that if you don't do things according to our agreement, something will happen. Of course, the only thing that can happen between the marriage between Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua is just a split. It's just Rigathi Gachagua to channel his own path, to chart his own path, and William Ruto to have his own other faction. That is the worst that can happen to this marriage of Kenya Kwanza. So MUTAHI KIHIGA is sending a message to William Samoei Ruto, very strong message, and I believe you share with me, the notion that what is happening there is that KIHIGA is reminding William Ruto that you need Mount Kenya. If you pick ministers outside Mount Kenya, then you should be rest assured that in 2027 you'll be in for it. So I want us to go to this story, and there's another part of the same video. There's another part where MUTAHI KIHIGA is talking about the same things, about 4 minutes video. I want to share with you. But before you do that, please like this video. It's so important if you like this video. I'm so grateful for everyone who has been liking our videos. I don't take that for granted. Subscribe to our channel if you've not subscribed before, and to existing subscribers, thank you so much for your support. MUTAHI KIHIGA looks at this politics of Kenya Kwanza from another angle. It's not the same angle as Murkomen is looking at it. You know, MUTAHI knows very well that this is the right time to deal with William Ruto. If I don't deal with William Ruto now, I may not be able to deal with him again. Right now, William Ruto appears to be weak. Honestly speaking, if you look at the statements, like on Sunday at Nyandarua, then on Saturday, Elgeyo Marakwet, Ruto talked about a government of national unity, and going to an extent of acknowledging that the current government has failed, and then he's going to form another government that is broad and will have representation of, the face of Kenya. So before we delve further on that narrative, ladies and gentlemen, please watch this other segment of MUTAHI KIHIGA.
Back a government, you know what happened. During Uhuru's government, they were brought in, and he was one of the casualties. And it is important that we remind our president that even as he reaches out to fellow Kenyans, as he brings them on, let him bring people who believed in his vision, who know what the better agenda is, and who will help him achieve the better agenda. It is unfortunate that over time we have seen such tactics mess us up. We have seen people brought into government through the back door, and the end result is that they mess this country even beyond. No other person understands that more than His Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto, because he was the first casualty when such things were done. And therefore, even as he looks far, like he has promised to bring in maybe we can call it a nationalistic kind of government, I think there are matters he must really look into. Number one, anyone with even a whim of a scandal or a corruption scandal hanging over their head should not be brought in. That is a matter that really Kenyans are really concerned about. So he must ensure that he does real thorough checking, and we must ensure that the people who come are men who are walking straight, who will be able to. There are those who are used to fight other people, brought disharmony in government. He must never allow them. And then beyond everything else, I also have a request to make to my president and to remind him that as he does this, he must never let 2027 out of his sights. He will need re-election, and therefore, as he crafts his own new cabinet, number one, I humbly request him to bring in the deputy president and let them sit together and craft even a better cabinet, because the regions that voted overwhelmingly for him will be looking to see how he treats them.
Now, before we continue, perhaps if you want to react to that video, just go below there on the comment section and offer a reaction regarding what MUTAHI KIHIGA is saying. You know, one of the biggest defenders of Rigathi Gachagua, the person Rigathi Gachagua relies on the most, is MUTAHI KIHIGA. No, that is the truth. When Rigathi was being fought by factions in UDA, factions led by Sudi, Murkomen and the like, MUTAHI KIHIGA is the first person to defend Rigathi Gachagua. Of course, there is also Bahati Member of Parliament, Kimani Ngunjiri. MUTAHI KIHIGA knows that whatever he saw at KICC during the signing of the amendment, the IEBC amendment bill, whatever he saw there, if that is the case, then he knows very well that Rigathi Gachagua might be sidelined. He might be sidelined. So because that can happen, MUTAHI KIHIGA moves in to tell William Ruto that the person who's supposed to assist you in picking, ministers is Rigathi Gachagua. But you see, the Gen Zs are not ready for that kind of talk. The youths or Kenyans are saying that this government was given an opportunity to pick their own cabinet ministers, but they could not. They ended up picking people along party lines, along tribal lines. That's why you find that those ministries were dominated by two communities, the Kikuyu community and the Kalenjin community. Now that's the truth, and it's available there in the public domain. So that's why youths are saying, Tawe, enough is enough. Even the people who are going to be the cabinet secretaries in the cabinet, if they are to be picked, then they have to come from the youth's recommendation. That is what is happening. But of course, we know there is mixed reaction here. There are people saying that demonstrations are the way to go to be able to kick William Samoei Ruto. Some people say the end goal is to have William Ruto kicked out. But Ruto has countered that move by saying he is forming a new government. The other government did not understand his manifesto. That is the message coming from William Ruto, that the new government will understand his manifesto. So because the new government will understand his manifesto of bottom up, then I think the right thing to do is to appoint new people for the new government. I don't know about you, ladies and gentlemen. That's a bit confusing to me. I think to you also, and we talked about it in our previous analysis, that why would Ruto form a new government? And if the old government has failed, why wouldn't he just resign? No, that is a call by many people. He should resign and seek fresh mandate and have people elect him if they like him, or have people elect the person they like. So that is what is going on, ladies and gentlemen. So perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, please take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.